equivalent to D, in bash, for cmd.exe? Is there an equivalent keystroke for exiting a command prompt on Windows, launched via Start and GT, Run, cmd, to the bash standby of Ctrl-D to prevent needing to type exit to leave the shell?
No. ctrl-D on Nix generates a EOF, which various shells interpret as running exit. The equivalent for EOF on Windows is ctrl-Z, but cmd.exe does not interpret this, especially when typed at the prompt.
Alt space. Then, C. Well, that works on my system, where C chooses the option called close. Some variation may be needed, as discussed further, later in this answer. Yeah, it's a bit slower than Ctrl-D. But this is the answer to exactly what you're asking for, the built-in equivalent keystroke sequence that lets you exit the prompt without needing to type the exit command. No third-party software needed. This may not work absolutely identical to bash. Bash will only log out on an empty command line. In Windows, this can close the window, even if you've already typed a partial command on it. Some more notes about variations. Note that a variation might be Alt space, pop up Windows context menu, then up arrow, choose bottom option, which might often be close/exit, and then enter, to choose the highlighted menu option. Naturally, whether a specific keystroke sequence works with a specific program is a detail that can potentially vary between different software programs and, as noted by Richard's comment, different variations, such as different language release versions. However, something like that is likely to be an available option for many programs. The information mentioned here will work with many pieces of software designed to run in Microsoft Windows, including software bundled in with the operating system, and third-party software, but, even so, surely carefully proceeding and testing is recommended before counting on very specific behavior. That said, I accept Richard Newman's helpful feedback, in a comment to this answer, which is why this answer has been edited to include some information about potential variations.
Fixed auto hotkey approach. I cannot add a comment. Update the 4th of October 2022. At Richard Newman wrote it does not work, so checked my own files, it still does. But I do have another code example. Works as for cmd.exe and for PowerShell.
You can use Doski to create macros in cmd.exe. To create a macro type. That way you can bind a key to another command. Example. Would bind E to the exit command, so when you input an E to the prompt it would be like you input an exit. I'm not sure if you can use $$ in combinations as macros though.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.